Hey everyone, Vic Camp here in the basement game room. And today, this Gottlieb 1971 drop-a-card is next in the lineup in chronological order. The last two videos were a flip-a-card, which is 1970, and 2001, which is 1971. So Gottlieb might have made this right after, I believe, when this game also came to the candy store. After we had our thrill and explosion with the manufacturing the game with drop targets for the first time, Gottlieb bounced right back and put this beautiful 1971 drop-a-card out. This game in the candy store was a winner. They all were. We were all addicted, people waiting to play. Across the street from the candy store was the largest high school in New Jersey. I mean, it was an active place, the candy store. And when this game came in, we just loved it. I mean, what's there not to love about drop targets when you never had it before? And it's only like the second game you ever played on route with drop targets. So this game in the candy store again was a big winner. And also, it made a little money. It's not that easy to beat, especially if you put your scorecard value of high scores a little higher than the recommended value, you know? And it gave the player a chance. Again, don't forget, Gottlieb started getting a little more player friendly with the games. Sorry everyone. My camera work shook a little bit, but as you can see, we got the right side numbers out. And it gave us the 100-point pop bumper lit and also 500 for the side rollover on top there on the right side. So again, just think, I was playing pinball every day in the candy store. There's the other pop-upper lit. Couldn't wait to play, trying to find money anywhere I could, dig it up, you know? And it was a wonderful feeling back then. But it's also a great feeling now to have the games that I played as a kid. You know, what does it mean to me? It means memory. It jogs my memory and reminds me what a great childhood I had playing these games from I would say 63 to 73. And then I got my license for a car, driving a car. There's 500. So it's great to have them. I'm glad I have these games to come down to anytime I want and play them and enjoy them, especially after all the hard work I put into them and through the years. So as you can see, it's a nice wide open play field. You can manipulate the ball a little bit. Look at that, it came back up. There's a game on score. I had the score value set a little lower so you can win free games easily on score. And I'll tell you why I do that. I really wanted to keep them all on the recommended value. But the recommended value for these high scores here, 4,100, 55, 63, they're hard to reach. Like I said, the game was a tough game to beat by score in the candy store because they put it sometimes higher than the recommended value. So, I mean, for me, the reason I really do it, I lower the recommended values now is because I want oh, I tilted. Wow, that's unusual, but it shows that I can really shake my games, which I love to do, but the tilts are on. I'm gonna have to adjust this one a little lower so it doesn't tilt as easy. But anyway, like I was saying, I I have my high score values on here on the card on the apron set a little lower so that we can exercise the credit wheel. Because if you're not winning free games, especially in home use where games don't get used that much. I used to have 500 plays a year when the kids were small and the parties and all of that, maybe 700 some busy years. But now they only get 75 plays or 50 plays a year because the boys don't play them no more. It's just me, and I don't have any more pinball gatherings anymore. So by having the recommended value set lower, you get to win by high score more often, which more often exercises the credit wheel in the back of the head. The credit wheel needs to work, exercise, win free games so it stays loose. If not, it gets tight, and after time, the credit wheel will not register a game, even when you win a free game on score or special. So I found out through the years from experience, after having these games for so many years, that it's best to have your recommended score values not on the game. Make your game the lower values. Make them really low so you can really win a lot of free games. I mean, you're not making money or operating the game, so who cares how many free games you win? No one cares. I don't care. Oh, I'd love to do it. I always try to do it, but it's a home use only play here. So, I mean, what you want to do is lower your score values when you set up your high scores in the back of the head with the male and female connectors, the pins in the back. Drop them down as low as you can get them, as long as you have a card that you can put in your card tray or apron. And this way, your game will issue players replays or replays more often, and in return, you will never have to work on your credit wheel. You will never have to pull the game out from the wall, because usually it's against the wall and it's behind where you can't reach. So if you have the game winning a lot of free games with the values of the high scores lower, you'll exercise that credit wheel and won't have to service it. And if you don't, you'll have to service that. That's the first thing that really, after you do a restoration, total restoration, after you do a total restoration, that's the first thing that starts to go on you, especially if you do a thorough, fine-tuning type of restoration. So as you can see, as we play along here, it's a great game. It's a totally different game, which is nice. It has really no ABC thing going on like the 60s games, and more or less. It's a little more modern now. It's 1971. The Gottlieb's wedge heads have been around now for 10 plus years. And like I said, they're getting player friendlier for some reason. Maybe it was the competition, I don't know, but they were the Cadillac of the industry, Gottlieb, and their wedge heads were making big money. I don't know, in our city, there were a lot of wedge heads, especially the corner Jack store was strictly wedge heads. Maybe once in a while they try to put a different game in there, and it didn't work, and they got it out quick because the owner wanted to make money and the operator wanted to make money. More the owner in the Jack's candy store, because old man Jack, when he had the pinball machines, he wasn't a money-hungry dog. But Jack had passed away in the candy store, I forget what year it was, and the superintendent of a building that was next door to Jack's candy store bought the store, or rented the store, or bought the store and then rented it, or I don't know, maybe they owned it, I don't know. And what happened was the old man was a miser who took over the store for Jack. His wife was nice, but the old man, he didn't want me playing. He wouldn't want me winning. He barred me from the candy store. Middle of the winter, all my friends are in there, and I'm outside because I can't go in because I'm not allowed in because I was told not to play. And I was playing, and he came in after taking a ride somewhere or something, and I got caught playing, and he threw me out. That's how he did it. And it sucked, man. I was outside. I couldn't play. I was playing elsewhere, but I wanted to be in the candy store with all my friends, everybody I knew, everybody that loved pinball and jukebox music. And, you know, it was a great place to hang out. There's always something going on. So I don't know exactly what games it was that I got barred from, but it was around this era, 69, 71. And it wasn't fun. He did not be able to go in there. But after a while, he gave in. I think his wife told him, you know, because his wife liked me. His son hung with me. His son was my age, and he played baseball with me, and I used to go in their house, and he still barred me. He didn't care, the old man. So my friend was all upset. He goes, I'm sorry, man. If it was up to me, I'd make you play, you know that. And he said, my mother too, but he's, you know, he is the way he is. So one night, actually, my friend, whose father owned the store now, or was running the store after Jack died, he said, meet me at like 9 o'clock. My father goes to bed. Come out of the house and meet me in the store, by the store. And the store was closed at 9 o'clock because they just stayed open till like 7. He says, guess what I got? I said, what? He says, I got the keys to the store, and he's sleeping, the old man. He says, come on, me and you are gonna go in. We're gonna have a good time. You're gonna play the game. And hell with him, right? And my friend, good guy, man, we were good friends. Opened the door to the candy store, and in we went. No one was there. We just had the lights of the game on. It was cold, so cool back then. And he told me, get a Yoo-hoo, get yourself some chocolate snap, Nabisco's in the box. And he said, we'll play a little bit, and then we'll get out of here. I said, all right, you got it, thank you. And that was a good time when he did that for me. I really appreciated that, and I'll tell you, I won't forget it. And that guy's still around here in New Jersey. I actually gave him I looked him up and gave him a little email one time. Pretty busy, he owns his own business, so I gotta get together with him before this whole collection is gone. I mean, it ain't gonna be going anywhere soon, but it is down to 28 games. Oh, I had the 10. The 10's the only card I need for special, and it's last ball. And as you can see, my score is not that good. 2,600. You can't see that, I'm sorry. But the score is like 3,000 now. And that's why I have the score values down, because we need to exercise the replay credit wheel. So we got a little history of the game. This game came from a real close friend of mine in the hobby. I met him 30 plus years ago. He's the coolest dude, man, around. He knows a lot about bingo, circuitry. He knows a lot about pinball. He actually was a technician for some of the operators in Pennsylvania. And right around my age, maybe a little older. He's still active. He's got a beautiful collection, always did. And was always good to everybody. He did a lot of wheeling and dealing, and such a nice guy, fair guy. This came from his collection, this drop of cards. Out of his beautiful, top of the line EM collection. Somehow he needed to move a game, and he brought this game to the Allentown show, and I didn't really know until I saw it get set up, and when I saw it, I had to have it. So the wind-up was, I ended up with this game from my buddy in PA, and I can't thank him enough. I think he had mentioned that he got this off of another guy who was my sort of like a mentor, but when I got into the hobby, this guy was well established. He was in PA, and he was always at the Allentown show doing EM lessons on how to fix them and stuff at the show. He would be in a little room, and his name was Mark, and he was a great guy. He had one of the best Gottlieb collections when I first started. I've never seen anything like it. And he really inspired me and really triggered me to go to extreme lengths to find these games and build a collection. And this game was somehow in his possession. It might have been in his collection. I gotta have to call my buddy up where I got this drop-a card and ask him if it was in his collection or did he just pick it up for you and you went and get it. But it doesn't matter. It was in his hands, and I think he sealed the glass. The glass is sealed and it's dated, and someone's name's back there. I gotta check that. So this game came from really great sources that inspired me. I mean, when I met these guys and they took me under their wing and they showed me the ropes and were really good to me, it meant a lot. And that's why I do the same to everybody. It's just my nature anyway, but this hobby is all about fun. There's no reason for anyone to be upset or not be having fun and getting along and everything else. And I was fortunate to hang with a whole bunch of people in this hobby and also build my own circle of people here in the northeast of New Jersey. All right, so we're going to close out this beautiful drop-a-card talk and play video soon. We're on ball 4. Sorry I couldn't get too much going on with special and high score, but we did win a few games here and there, I guess. Because, you know, pinball is a game of concentration. For me, at least, I play to beat it so bad all the time. I just can't play casually. And right now I'm doing the old talk and play thing. It's something to get used to. So hopefully I'll have a better game on the next 3 wedge heads that are up in line to do it. Play and talk, and they are Top of Card, Atlantis, Centigrade 37. They're all 3-inch flipper games, and this is the last 2-inch flipper game in my wedge head collection of 19 wedge heads. So that means that we've been moving around this chronological order down here in the basement pretty quickly, making all these videos, which I hope everyone's enjoying and appreciating. So don't forget to, oh, one more. I might have special coming up. Need one more 5th ball. Good save. Let's see if we could get the jack. Try to slow the ball down and get a flip that I want. Here it is. Back flip. Nope. Uh-oh. I knew that was trouble, but I matched. I got a free game anyway, so that counts. And in the candy store, a replay on a match was golden. Wow, did you love that? All right, so we talked quite a bit here, 18 minutes, and we're going to cut it out soon. I want to thank everybody for stopping by, checking out the 1971 Gottlieb wedge head drop-a-card, and hopefully you enjoyed it. And please don't forget to thumbs up and also comment, and more importantly, let's try to boost up these people that want to join in here. Don't forget to subscribe. All right, guys, be on the lookout for the next 3 wedge heads, all 3-inch flipper games from the 70s. Talk to you next time.